And welcome back, everyone. The votes are in. Yeah, the votes were in last week. And we got our next what if. What if Naruto could copy Kekkei Genkai? When I saw the suggestion in the book, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun to play with. Now, should note this comes to us from God of Gods, Nancy Hippolyte, Shadows82, and Sachin Singh. By the by, someone in the comments for the poll did mention that they thought it would be cool if Naruto stole Kekkei Genkai, not copied Kekkei Genkai. Note the difference that we are working with here is that the way we're going to treat this is that Naruto will have a Kekkei Genkai that is only for the Uzumaki. I'll explain more and more what we're doing here with this in a little bit, but it's going to act essentially like the Sharingan, but for Kekkei Genkai. Somehow, some way, Naruto, when he views a Kekkei Genkai, and does have to view it in action. He can't just look at someone with a Kekkei Genkai and copy it. He does need to actually see the technique of some of the Kekkei Genkai activated. He will be able to copy it to a base level. Like, he's not going to be a master of it initially. He's got to still work on it, but he should be able to copy it. That's the way it's going to work. Someone did say, though, they wanted to see stealing Kekkei Genkai, and that's actually a very different type of video. Because stealing Kekkei Genkai means if the person he stole it from, say he sees Sasuke's Sharingan, steals it, Sasuke no longer has his Sharingan. That changes the story fundamentally. So that one will happen at some other point in time. I definitely wrote down the comment. Don't worry about that. But as you can see here, there's two specific Kekkei Genkai that are going to be showing up in this particular video. Now, as I said, how are we doing this? It's essentially acting like a lock-on. Naruto's eyes probably would gain almost like a tracker, like a little crosshairs tracker in his eyes, similar to Mei. Hatsumi, I believe her name is, from My Hero when she's using her quirk. And it locks onto the Kekkei Genkai. Naruto, it just automatically activates, and he copies it. Now, in the Uzumaki lore, at least for this version, what is that going to look like exactly? Not look like, but that's not the right sentence I meant to say. What is the lore behind it? I'll get into it more, and we'll have the Sarutobi, when he talks to Naruto about it, bring it up. But in essence, I kind of treat it as, apart from the stealing prowess of the Uzumaki, this was the other thing that the nations feared about the Uzumaki. However, it's probably something that is so rare even among the Uzumaki that in the entirety of the clan's history, maybe 3 individuals have unlocked it, but those 3 individuals were some of the most dangerous shinobi in the entirety of shinobi history. And so the Uzumaki had to go down. But, as we see here, it is now being unlocked in Naruto's generation with Naruto Uzumaki. And so, let's start this bad boy out. Now, we would start much later, actually, because Naruto, in the early years, didn't see any Kekkei Genkai as far as we know. We certainly know he never saw a Byakugan. Activated, mind you. Knows Hinata, he's seen Hinata, he's met a couple of them, but their eyes just naturally look that way. Even Himawari, who's got the Byakugan, her eyes look normal unless she activates her Byakugan. So unless it's activated with the veins and everything, she wouldn't be able to copy it. The Sharingan, I felt, was a little bit harder to determine. We've definitely seen the anime filler where we saw the Uchiha theoretically would have captured Naruto and used the Sharingan, so Naruto would have seen the Sharingan. But to the best of our knowledge, if we're looking at the canon of it all, the actual canon, Naruto had not seen a Sharingan before until he saw Kakashi's eye. At the very minimum, he never remembered seeing one. So my guess is that is the first time he officially saw a Sharingan. And so, that is where we have to start this what if. The fight with Zabuza, and Kakashi saying, everyone stay back, this could be difficult. Alright, and just reveals his eyes, alright, I'm ready. Shing! What's that? It's what is that? The Sharingan. I can see it in action. This is an honor. Only for Naruto to suddenly feel and his eyes lock onto Kakashi's eye. By the by, I will count, not artificial, let's say, implanted Kekkei Genkai, non-natural Kekkei Genkai. For example, Kakashi's eye or Danzo's eye is not a natural Sharingan for them, but it is still a Kekkei Genkai, so it still counts, I think, here. Also, something like Wood Release from Yamato. That's not his jutsu, it's from the first, but I think we can still count it. So he sees it, and his eyes kind of like go wonky for a minute. He focuses, he even sees himself like almost binocular visioning in on Kakashi's eye for a brief second, and he has to shake his head like, oh, what was that? And all of a sudden, everything's like very clear. He's also seeing chakra. Well, what chakra is available? He can see like the mist and stuff that's starting to creep in. He's also just has the binocular. He has not as good binocular vision. I know the Sharingan does give you some enhanced vision, which is weird that Sarada needs glasses. I find that weird. Now, granted, overuse of your Sharingan, especially when you have just the Mangekyo and not an Eternal, will cause you to lose your eyesight. That's just hazard. But that's Mangekyo stuff, not just straight Sharingan stuff. Regardless, Naruto isn't aware of what's going on, and no one else is looking Naruto in the face at the moment. So the fighting goes down about the same for a little bit. Kakashi eventually gets caught, and Naruto gets hit in the head. Zabuza, no one's noticed Naruto's Sharingan quite yet, but it's at this point where Naruto looks at his hand, and he just stares him, Zabuza down, charges in, and it's here where Naruto notices something. He's actually able to follow Zabuza's movement a little bit more effectively. Granted, Zabuza's still much more powerful and faster than he is, so he still catches Naruto. But Naruto tries to dodge and gets caught, ultimately still grabs his headband. And he obviously gives the famous, hey you, the freak with no eyebrows, put this in your bingo book. The ninja who will become the Hokage of the Hidden Leaves. He never gives up. His name is Naruto Uzumaki. And he's standing right in front of Zabuza. It's like, no, it can't be another Sharingan. I had heard a boy had survived. I had heard one young boy had survived the massacre. So this is that boy. He's mistaking Naruto for Sasuke. Like, what is he talking? Sasuke looks and says, it can't be. The Sharingan? All right, Sasuke, you ready? Let's go. All right, guys, let's go wild. And Sasuke's still trying to, wait, Naruto, why do you have the Sharingan? Wait, what? What are you talking about? And Kakashi can even see it from there. He's like, it's not possible. How could he have that? He's not a Uchiha. Unless he's just thinking, Kushina, did you? No, he looks just like Minato. She couldn't have. But no, there's no blonde. Like he's not just shocked about it. He's trying to like do the math. Like, wait, what? It's kind of like that scene from Last Crusade in the end, just where like Marcus, when Indy shows back up, like, Marcus is doing the math. Like, but anyway, he's just, what are you talking about, Sharingan? Like, your eyes, you idiot. You have the Sharingan in your eyes. Should note, Naruto probably is more or less like what Sasuke had. He's got the 2 Tomai in one and the 1 Tomai in another. You know, we see that Sasuke had 2 later on. He probably practiced a little bit. And then it took forever for him to get the 3rd. That caused a lot of experience. That needed a lot of experience. You think there's ever been Uchiha that had like 3 Tomai in one, but only 1 in another? Or was that maybe just an error on the Kishimoto's part? Was that something that he meant to put 2, but then accidentally only put 1 in? But no, he did multiple panels, so it's clear he started with 1 in that one eye, and then he just added 2, probably for symmetry. And the excuse is, oh, he trained a little bit. So either way, it's like, what? And Naruto can't see himself. I don't care what's going on. So, follow my lead. And Zabuza, so you really think you can take me on? You little brats playing at being ninja. When I was your age, this hand had already been stained in so much blood. And Kakashi snaps out of that Naruto has a Sharingan and explains the demon of the mist. Without any warning, a boy who was not even a ninja yet approached the class and proceeded to slaughter over 100 students. And obviously he's like, it felt so good. And he just comes in, just beats the hell out of Sasuke. Naruto comes in though with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, but now it's aided with a Sharingan. So does this make that big of a difference? in the vein that Naruto could avoid some more hits, but the way that Naruto fought, at least at that point, no, it would not have made a big difference having the Sharingan at this point. And so Naruto basically gets, boom, taken out is not the right word. He gets thrown back. So I still got this, Sasuke! Not bad, Naruto. But we're still going to have a talk. Throws a Shadow Shuriken Jutsu. Now, Naruto having the Sharingan, first off, he's got way more chakra than Kakashi. Kakashi even says this, even in part 1. So keeping the Sharingan activated the long term really shouldn't be that difficult. Naruto will eventually learn to turn it off. But right now, he's in the middle of fight or flight. Because he's got the Sharingan activated, he should be able to navigate himself a little bit more effectively. It's kind of like guiding his Shuriken form. And so he almost is able to even snag Zabuza. Almost. But then Zabuza just jumps over. I told you a Shuriken would never touch me. Comes in, just throws the Sharingan. And because, again, throws the Sharingan, throws the kunai. And because of the Sharingan, he's realizing I can focus a bit more. Just whoosh, and he's barely misses Zabuza. Barely misses him this time. And still takes out the water cleanse. I'll destroy you. Kakashi then says, Naruto, good work. You really have grown. And he's just looking again at the Sharingan. Oh, God, how do I make this stop? And then he sees, Naruto, I think, sees himself in the water. He's like, holy crap, I do have it. What the hell's going on? It's like, don't worry about it, Naruto. We'll deal with it later. But right now, I just need to stand back and let me handle this. And they clash. I can't remember all the name of the horse. Water style, water dragon jutsu. And Naruto, mind you, has the Sharingan now. So he's watching this, and he by all accounts just copied that jutsu. Not to mention water vortex jutsu. And so he literally just overwhelms Zabuza. Kakashi overwhelms Zabuza. And Naruto goes over, gets back onto the shore. Haku comes in, gets Zabuza, pisses off, pretty much. Kakashi then puts his headband down, and then tells then tells Naruto, okay, Naruto, if you want a little advice, although I can't deactivate mine, you should be able to deactivate yours. You want a little advice, just stop focusing chakra into your eyes. And it's like, oh, I didn't even realize I was, but, and he just kind of relaxes a little bit, just take a breath, and just, and then, oh, crap. Kakashi said, how does Naruto have the Sharingan? What's going on? And Kakashi thinks on it for a minute, and it's like, I have an idea, I'll tell you about it on the way. But just as he takes the step, passes out, boom. And so we catch up with him later on where Kakashi wakes up in the bed. And he's coming around. It's like, oh, good. How are you feeling? I've been better. And Kakashi's explaining that Zabuza's still alive. Hunter Den was working with him. Naruto, you've grown the most. It's like, so you noticed, huh? Well, it's kind of hard not to notice when you activate 2 Sharingan in your eye, is it? Yeah, and Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are both like, yeah, how did that happen? Wait, and Sasuke's like, Naruto's not a Uchiha. There's no way he could have been able to do that. Unless maybe you've got some Uchiha ancestry. And Kakashi looks on and he remembers stories because he was alive during the Third Ninja War where the Uzumaki were still more prevalent. And remembers stories about the former leader of Uzu and one particular ability he had. And Kakashi is realizing, oh, this kid's potential is going to be frightening to say the least. And to which he basically says very quickly, it doesn't say quickly, but he basically confirms to Sasuke, no, that's not quite it. He doesn't have Uchiha ancestry. He has Uzumaki ancestry. Uzumaki? That's right. That's right. You are aware of the Uzumaki, aren't you, Naruto? And Sakura, Sasuke, well, no, actually, we didn't learn really about them in school at all. To which Kakashi's a little taken back with this. You mean you've never heard about them at all? Not at all? Period? Kakashi's now a little stunned, like, what are we teaching in that school? Definitely gonna have to talk to Lord Okage about this. Suffice to say, there is an ability of the Uzumaki that was passed, that existed many, many generations ago. The Uzumaki were a founding clan of Konoha, you know. It's like, wait, what? You're joking. It's like, and Naruto's like, whoa. So I'm like, royalty? That wouldn't quite go that far, but you do come from a long line of very powerful and important ninja. And he explains a little bit of the history of the Senju, the Uzumaki, and the Uchiha, the three co-founders of Konoha. While Senju and Uchiha were like the two primary founders, the Uzumaki still had a very important part to play in that, hence the swirl on the back of their uniforms, the Uzumaki crest, if you will. So wait, what's this ability you keep talking about? I need you to not let this go to your head. Before I tell you, I need you to promise you one thing, Naruto. And the third will probably talk to you more about this later on. You can't let this go to your head. Go to my head? Come on, Kakashi said. I'm serious, Naruto. You're a strong kid, and you got a lot of potential, but too much ego and too much power can drive anyone to lose a lot of their humility and to get very arrogant very quickly, and people die when that happens. So I need you to promise you what I'm going to say, and what I'm going to say is only theory, doesn't go to your head. You're going to promise me that? And Naruto's like, and I promise, Kakashi said, to believe it. It's rumored that the Uzumaki had a Kekkei Genkai, a bloodline trait similar to like the Sharingan, that allowed them to copy other Kekkei Genkai. And Sasuke's like, what? It was a Sakura's even like, whoa. Naruto's like, Kekkei, what? And Kakashi's like, it's a bloodline trait, something that only a clan is normal, something that you're only usually born with, something that even a Sharingan couldn't copy. Something that normally you can't copy or even steal without great effort. And even then, it's not guaranteed. So, and Sasuke basically says, so in essence, they have a Kekkei Genkai that acts like the Sharingan, but for other Kekkei Genkai. Is that right, Kakashi-sensei? And Kakashi just says, more or less. And Sasuke's now looking at Naruto like, okay. First, he's pissed off, like, unbelievable. And I thought the Sharingan was powerful, but this is something else. But then Sasuke also is getting a very, like, in his head, he's like, good. The dweeb's been all right in training before now. Now I think I can really use him to get stronger. And Naruto's like realizing, whoa, I'm awesome. We'll talk to more about Lord Third about this later on. But for right now, we got to prepare for Zabuza and the Hunternin, the fake Hunternin. It's like, but how I can do only a week? We can't prepare, but I can still. You can't do anything, but I can still train you. When he explains what the training is going to be, Naruto's like, I really want to practice with the Sharingan, Kakashi-sensei. Don't worry, Naruto. I actually have a secondary idea for you, but you still need to practice chakra control. It's essential and will help you master any jutsu down the road. And so Naruto and Sasuke both are, training with the tree climbing exercise. And that goes the same initially. Kakashi-sensei did say, though, one thing you can do to do some chakra control exercises, though, is do this with your Sharingan off and with your Sharingan on. Learn how to activate your Sharingan. Just channel some chakra to your eyes. Yep, you did it. Okay, and just keep doing that off and on. It won't be a lot of experience, but it will help with your chakra control and get you used to seeing the world through the eyes of a Sharingan. And so, off and on for a long while, until they eventually get down the tree climbing exercise, both of them. Now, remember, Naruto still kept training with the tree climbing exercise after he didn't have to. This is where I think he starts training with the Sharingan, given the tips Kakashi-sensei gives him. And one of the things is that he tells him the Sharingan can literally copy any non-bloodline jutsu and immediately recognize it, and you can commit it to memory. Well, I mean, think about it. You saw two jutsu when I fought Zabuza, the water vortex and the water dragon. Think on it and try to remember. And Naruto just thinks briefly, and he thinks the name water dragon jutsu, and immediately he's got the hand signs in his head showing up. And so Naruto starts practicing, and he's nearby water dragon jutsu, and the water dragon shows up. It's very choppy, but he's able to do it. Awesome! And it has the water vortex jutsu. The water vortex jutsu, I would imagine, is actually a much easier jutsu for him to do. Just because it's literally just a giant vortex of water versus a bit more of a controlled, shaped monster of water. in the Water Dragon Jutsu. Granted, it still takes a lot of chakra for Naruto to do this, but he's starting out as full reserves. So because he has a lot more chakra than Kakashi, he's actually able to pull these jutsu off without that much of a problem. In fact, he's actually able to do a couple of these before he tires out. And I think that's what he actually spends a lot of his time doing now, is practicing. He's also using his clones unintentionally, not realizing he's getting experience for it, to like practice with his dodging. You know, he can see the movement of the kunai. He's sparring with his clones a little bit, and he's realizing, wow, this Sharingan is awesome. Woo! And ultimately, Haku comes in. They have their conversation. By the way, I'm a boy. What? And there you go. Naruto's still passed out again. They have the bridge fight. The bridge fight starts. Naruto overslept. He's also there, protects Inari's and his mom. Then goes and eventually joins the fight with Haku and Sasuke. Now, at this point in time, Naruto didn't see Haku. We actually don't know how long Naruto had been there. We assume when he threw the kunai at Haku, that's roughly speaking when he arrived on the scene. Which means he hasn't actually seen Haku use Ice Release. The Ice Release is already activated. That's not the same thing. So that does pose a little bit of a problem, because you'll see what I did here. And so Naruto comes in, he's got a Sharingan Eye activated, because he realizes very quickly, oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to take this guy, and this guy's powerful. And these two are squaring off. Sasuke throws the kunai, so I haven't forgotten about you. Not for a moment. Forgive me, Naruto. Our fight will take place, but first I must finish with this. Hey, come back here! And again, Sasuke's getting hammered by the needles. In Naruto, even with his Sharingan now, it's like, I can barely follow those. Holy crap, that's fast. But, while he's not seeing Haku weave ice signs, he is seeing the ice mirrors activate, which is still Ice Release. Naruto then quickly gets in there and just water style, Water Dragon Jutsu. All of a sudden, the Water Dragon comes out. It's like, wait, what? It's like the kid, and Kakashi just laughs and is like, you did see he had a Sharingan, right? And he was watching our fight. He copied the Water Dragon Jutsu. And then Water Dragon comes in and attacks the ice mirrors, only for Haku to activate a hand sign and start freezing the Water Dragon on the ice. This, however, allows Naruto time to just activate another Water Dragon. The Water Dragon comes in again. This time, Haku literally just freezes the dragon in place and just starts firing Senbon at super speed. Naruto's initially able to dodge some of them, but his physicality, it's the Sasuke Lee fight, essentially. He can see it coming, he can't react in time. Naruto, though, even though getting pinned down, Sasuke is seeing in the opening, starts doing the fire style jutsu. Naruto, even with his clones, isn't really able to avoid Haku. The speed is just too high. But he is at one point able to just makes a hand sign and just is about to hit him before Haku just reacts and then gets clipped by the fire. Ultimately, though, Naruto and Sasuke are both standing tall. They're both standing. Sasuke he has his own Sharingan. They both have it now. This isn't good. My crystal ice mirrors use so much chakra. Unfortunately, I won't be able to fight much longer. So I must do something. I must try a different tactic. And he fires it directly at Naruto, and Naruto gets caught by some ice that Haku did. It's like, Naruto! And Naruto, just on instinct, swipes his hand, and the water molecules turn into a wall of ice that catches him. And Haku's like, what? And it's like, Zabuza hears Haku's like, what? It's Haku. Don't worry about me, Zabuza. Copy, that can't be. That's my ice release. And you hear that? Sasuke, right? And then Sasuke is going on the biggest fireball you can do. Fire style, fireball jutsu. And it comes in and engulfs, and it does ultimately manage to melt a bunch of the mirrors on the side there. They start to reform. Naruto smashes out of there, only for Haku to show up and say, I got you. The crap! Naruto! And Sasuke gets in the way. Just, he's like, damn it, he found a way. Even in the ice, even in the mist, he was able to see. And Sasuke and Naruto, like, Sasuke, come on, you loser. And they have their moment. No, I didn't ask to be saved. Come on, man. You just got your eyes. You can't have it end like this. Naruto sees the Sharingan too. It fades out. Like, Naruto, don't let your dreams die. And Naruto just. Is this the first time you've seen a comrade die? This is the way of Shinobi. Shut up. He just starts growling. His Sharingan gets the slit. I'm gonna kill you. And Naruto also now starts to have like ice just crackling off him. Like, and just smashes through there. And now he's more than past Haku's speed. So now he's just immediately catches him, just boom, and instinctually just freezes him down into the ground. He's literally got him splayed out. Naruto's about to just, and then the mask falls off and he sees Haku and he lets Haku up. And say, well, aren't you going to kill me? I killed your friend, didn't you? Don't you want to avenge him? No, that won't do. And so, yeah, Naruto still has this conversation with Haku. And honestly, at this point, the bridge mission ends about the same, where Haku gets in the way of Kakashi's lightning blade, takes the hit, dies. Gato shows up. Zabuza feels bad, gives a badass. My girlfriend, we were watching it, she's like, "Holy shit!" gives a badass ending, and then everyone scares the villagers scare off Gato's thugs. Zabuza dies alongside Haku. Sasuke's fine, and they head off. But you'll notice we're at the 27-minute mark. We're going to go a bit longer because they get back to the village. So, Naruto, you and me have to go talk with a third for the moment. Right. Don't worry, it's all good. And Sasuke is like, I'm not going to lose to you, Dweeb, even if you do have eyes like mine. It's like, I wouldn't doubt it, Duck Butt. And Sakura's just like, oh, come on, guys. Kakashi, you wanted to see me. Yes, Lord Third. Seems Naruto here. We learned something about Naruto on our mission to Ways. I'm listening. It's like, I'm apparently really cool. I've got a Kekkei water thingy. A bloodline trait? That's impossible. The only bloodline trait Naruto could have is... It's like, yes, it seems he's one of the lucky few to unlock it. I see. Naruto, what did Kakashi tell you about this bloodline? Only that was really super cool. Like, I can copy other bloodlines or something like that. It's super... And he the third put the seals on. I was like, no one else is listening to this. If Danzo hears this, hell no. But it's an awesome, that can be really strong. But Kakashi Sensei told me not to get a big head or anything about it. He's wise to do that. While your potential is possibly boundless, there's a reason there's only been so many of your villagers to ever have, or clansmen to have the Kekkei Genkai. Yeah, by the way, I never heard about them. That was another thing I want to talk to you about, but it can be saved for after the conversation. Naruto, do you know why that you're the only Uzumaki in the village? Well, no, actually. I mean, Naruto actually starts thinking, I never knew my parents. Did they die? I guess they died in the Kyuubi attack, but yeah, why don't I have a clan? The Uzumaki, and he goes into the history. The Uzumaki were greatly feared, but they were also well respected. They were masters of the sealing arts, and as you've learned, a very select few of them possessed a power far beyond that of any normal Kekkei Genkai. The ability to steal and collect Kekkei Genkai is something that many neighboring nations feared. Even our allies were wary of them. Yeah, and Naruto's now starting to get that, like, what happened to him, old man? The majority of the Uzumaki were wiped out in the Third Great Ninja War, Naruto. I said, what is it? The land of Uzu was laid to waste. The few remaining Uzumaki that managed to survive left their homeland and settled in many various spots around this continent. Your mother was one of them, from what I understand. He doesn't want to go too deep because that means he'd be having to talk about Minato, and that's something he doesn't think Naruto's ready to hear. So, that's right. And yes, you knew my mother? I knew of your mother. I knew of your mother. She was, and I think Kushina is the one he can let him know about. Because Naruto wouldn't know anything about her dating Minato or anything. So talking about Kushina's fine. Your mother, yes. She was a feisty one. They called her the Flaming Habanero, from what I remember. And Kakashi even kind of I remember that nickname. You knew my mother too. And Kakashi, I did. She was actually, despite her temper, she was a very sweet woman. And she loved you greatly, Naruto. She unfortunately passed the night of your birth. But I know if she were here today, she would be so proud that you would continue her family's legacy. Naruto's actually got happy tears in his eyes, like he's wanted to know about his mother. What does she look like? And Sarutobi thinks about it. It's like, I might have something. Hold on. And he gets a scroll out. He makes sure it's only Kushina, but he's able to find the picture. This is the picture. It's a bit of it was a few years prior to her being pregnant with you, mind you. But yes, Naruto's looking at it like, wow, Mom was so pretty. So, can I, and Naruto's now looking like a lost kid again, but who's found something. Can I keep this old man? It's like, of course. Honestly, that should have been given to you long ago, but we didn't want you to feel completely isolated or alone. We wanted you to mature at least enough to understand what happened and what's that happened to your clan. That power you possess, Naruto, has the power to. Your bloodline has the power to be the greatest in the world, but the stronger you grow with it, the more you will be a threat. The more people you care about will be threatened. You need to understand that this is not just a blessing; it is a burden, and it's the one that you've been tasked to bear. And Naruto, he kind of wipes his eyes. Yes, that's it. I promise, I won't let you down. I won't abuse this power. I'm not going to be an idiot with it. I'm going to respect this, and I'm going to, make my mom proud. Now, as the last thing, while I can't stop you from telling anyone about this, I would at least advise you to keep it under wraps until at least the upcoming tuning exams. To which, mind you, we know that some time's passed, but tuning exams? Oh, and they explain briefly what it is. The next one actually will be coming, and Kakashi even was surprised so soon. The next one will be coming in a couple months, Naruto. By then there may be ninja who might be able to add abilities into your repertoire. Kind of enticing him. It's like, cool, awesome. Until then, I'm going to practice with it. I'm going to practice what I have. I'm going to get stronger for that. I believe it, old man. All right then, Naruto. I trust you. You have a bright future ahead of you, my boy. Just never forget where you come from and how hard you have to train to get there. Remember, natural blessings are good, but they mean nothing without the hard work to be put in. And that's a very true statement. Like, Lee is an example of this, where yes, he is a genius of hard work, as he puts it. And that's actually very true about Lee. He really is a genius of hard work. But just because someone like Neji was gifted with a Byakugan doesn't mean he still didn't have to work to really train with his Byakugan. Sasuke still has to train with his Sharingan. Gaara still had to train. Well, technically, Gaara is a different extent, but you know what I mean exactly with this. Individuals with Kekkei Genkai still have to train with said Kekkei Genkais in order to use them properly. Naruto's is going to be no exception to this, except he's going to have a lot added on as time goes on. Particularly in part 1, there's at least, let me think on that for a second. There's at least at least 3 other Kekkei Genkai to be added on to Naruto's roster in this version. Now, I have to check the list of the Kekkei Genkai. I do have to check all that to be sure I do not forget something. But we'll save that for part 2. Until then, thanks for watching. And by the way, yes, I will be updating this thumbnail and probably making new thumbnails for when Naruto gets more Kekkei Genkai, just to make it all the crazy. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Later.